In 2019, when I had not gone full no contact with my narcissistic family, my malignant narcissist father starved me for 3 days in a row. Can you believe that? The only thing that I had during those days was a couple of soft drinks and an apple. Back then, I had one of the most painful realizations. The realization shocked me, and it was money was extremely important for him, more important than anyone's life. That he would choose saving a couple of bucks than saving a starving child. What all happened? Why was I starved? And how did that painful experience end? Let me share these details with you in today's episode. But before I do that, I want to share my intention with you. My intention is to validate your similar experiences and give you a practical example explaining how stingy narcissists can be when it comes to money. Hi, I am Danish, a psychologist, a trauma therapist, and a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe before we get started. I completed my graduation in 2018 and went back home immediately because I was homesick, I was trauma bonded to my mother, and at the same time, I had terrible abandonment anxiety. After spending a couple of months at home, my father pressured me to leave once again. He wanted me to study for an examination that I was not interested in cracking at all. He didn't ask me about my hobbies, neither was he interested in knowing my skills or what I want to do in life. No. He forced his decision on me because he had money and he was in charge of my financial stability. He was the one who decided impulsively that we should leave within 2 days. I cried, I pleaded, I begged. He did not listen, he didn't care. In fact, he relished the idea of causing me harm and breaking that bond of stability that I had created with my things at home. He booked tickets. We left within 2 days. The day we left, my intuition was screaming that it's not going to be a good experience for you. But what could I do? The decision had already been taken for me. We fly to a different state. We land, and the quest for a perfect coaching center begins. It's already afternoon by that time when we reach the place, the locality where all of these coaching centers are situated. He didn't talk about lunch. I was really hungry and at the same time afraid of him. Never expressed my needs ever before him because they were not validated, or in the past, he had shamed me heavily. So I kept my mouth shut. We kept going on. It's 3 p.m. Nobody's talking about eating. He just ignored his own body and my body as well. 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6, nothing. He wanted me to rent a room and study in a very shitty place. I rebelled. I cried. And I'm proud of myself for doing that. I said, no, I'm not going to live there. I'm not going to study there. It's not for me. Then he gave me an alternative. He said, we're not going back home. You have to choose one, either this place or the other place. The point is, I said no, and then we travel again. We only had an apple in between. We take a bus. Nobody's talking about eating. I start feeling really hungry, but again afraid. No guts to take a stand. He gets a can of soft drink. I hate sugar, but I still took it, didn't drink it at all, and then we go. Journey was of 9 hours. I didn't sleep even for a minute because deep down, in the heart of my heart, I was grieving. I was still in pain. I was feeling the separation from my safe place, but I was not able to express it in my words. He slept like a baby, like they all do. And then at 7 a.m., we reached the next place. Upon arrival, we relieved ourselves, and nobody's talking about breakfast. It's second day, nothing in the stomach. We're still running with no fuel. He kept ignoring hunger signals because he's extremely stingy with money. He hoards a lot of money. He earns decent. It's not that he didn't have money, he had money, but he does not like to spend at all. The crazy thing is, back then he wore my used clothes, but wouldn't buy something new for himself. That's how he is. On the second day, without any breakfast, without any food in the stomach, we go on a hunt for a new coaching center, a study place, and a new room for me, a new apartment. Nothing. It's 1 p.m. We're still finalizing. And then we finalized with the coaching center. Nobody was talking about eating. Like, what the hell? Give me something, eat something. What are you doing? It's a matter of a couple of bucks. Just get me something. I don't have any money on me, so I depend on you. Where are your parental instincts? Where is your empathy? Why don't you care? This is what I was asking deep down, but I never worded it. You know the reasons. Finally, we settled with the room as well as the coaching center. Now, the problem was to find a place for that night because the owner of that apartment did not allow us to start living just that night, just that day, because they had some things that needed to be taken care of. We were told that we can shift the next day. That evening, we're still hungry. We see all the food, but he says, "Oh, that's unhygienic. Oh, that's not for us. Oh, don't go near that." At this point, my mouth tastes metallic, and I was feeling really hungry. The type of hunger I have never ever felt or experienced in my entire life. And he kept going on. I did not understand what was running him, and he just kept going on. He was looking for a place for us to rest, and no surprises there. He found the cheapest, the dirtiest, the stinkiest one. I can't tell you the amount, but it was the lowest of the low. And it felt like we were on road. That was the condition. We could have easily gone to a decent hotel or something else. No, he chose a very unsafe place, and I was on the edge, couldn't sleep. Third day now, we wake up, and then we decide to go back to the place and make the proper arrangements. Now I say, "I'm really hungry. Let's get something." And he acted very concerned and said, "Oh, why not? Why didn't you tell me earlier?" As if I needed to. And then we had a cup of tea, some bread with it. Some portion of it was water, and a little portion was milk. That's it. Didn't satiate me at all. Then we spent the entire day in that new apartment. No talk of food. He just slept. And I was awake because hunger doesn't let you sleep. It's at 7 p.m. Finally, we got a meal. And guess what? It's not him. He didn't get us a meal. It was the arrangements, because the contract was, with the accommodation, you're going to get 2 meals in a day. That was included in the rent money. And the food was really bland, but you can imagine it felt like heaven. Like it felt alien to me when I started chewing that food. It was some lentils, maybe an egg, and some rice. Just that, but it felt heavenly. Swallowing that first bite was a liberating experience for me. And I was dead tired after that. Still hungry after eating, but dead tired. That was my experience of starvation. And that is the proof of how unempathetic, unkind, uncaring, and absent these narcissists are. Parents or partners, they're all the same. From leaving the home to finding an apartment and this study center, all was done in the name of, "It's for your betterment. I want you to crack that examination and you'll be settled. You'll be good for life." No, that was his idea. He wanted that to happen for his image and for absolute control, because cracking that examination meant working in the same office as him. And you can imagine all the pain, all the trauma, all the shaming that would have come from that. I know a lot of you may have had similar experiences, and my heart goes out to you. I know it's not easy to deal with a monster like this, but I'm talking to the part in you that may still struggle with cognitive dissonance. This is the proof of it. This is the reason why I call them evil. I'm not obsessed with demonology. No, I have had experiences, and those experiences forced me to come to a conclusion that this is demonic, this is evil. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. And I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.